my name is Sarah Wannamaker. I am the Director of Music at Northmont Presbyterian Church, and we're in the sanctuary of the church right now. I started playing the pipe organ actually out of jealousy. My mother got my sister lessons, and I was so jealous that she got the lessons. And I always stood behind my sister and learned from her teacher. I think I learned more than she did during that time. I've always been very lucky to have be in an area that had an AGO chapter. I actually started off after the initial failed lessons with my sister. I went to the AGO and was able to get a scholarship to start lessons with a local teacher. And that was a great way to actually get started and make sure the transition into getting into starting to play the instrument. We forget, but for a beginner, the idea of having to purchase $50 shoes and purchase a lot of music is a big upfront cost in addition to the lesson. So I really appreciated that the AGO chapter helped me in that way. As a young organ student, I also went to a pipe organ encounter, and that was a really neat experience to see that there were many other young students who were playing the pipe organ as well. And in fact, it's very interesting now because some of my teachers at that pipe organ encounter are now my colleagues, and so it's been a very rewarding experience to have those memories and have those foundations provided from the AGO. I have a set of degrees in organ playing. I have both a bachelor's and a master's degree in organ performance. I've been in many different parts of the country. I studied in Pennsylvania and Iowa, worked in Wisconsin, and spent the last 8 years working in a church outside of San Francisco. I worked both as an organist for a large Methodist congregation, and I also worked as an accompanist for the Ragazzi Boy Choir. So I really enjoyed having the opportunity to accompany and work with a very unusual kind of choral group. I came back to Pennsylvania because I wanted to be closer to my family, but I was at the same time I wanted to expand my experiences. Up to this point I've always been playing, and now in this position I'm playing and conducting as well. So that's a big step for me and an interesting shift in my career. I've been at Northmont for about a year, and in that time I've really enjoyed working with the choir and working with the existing program. I've also started some new things. I started running a piano camp in the summer for local children, about elementary age children in the community. And that's a 1 week where they can come and explore learning how to read music and experiencing being around keyboard instruments. And it's at that time, in addition to giving them lessons on the piano and showing them about the keyboard, I also make sure that they have a day to come and look at the organ. And not only try their piano pieces out on the organ, but also come and look at the instrument from the chambers and see how the organ works. So I try to be a musical presence in the community in that way. We've also started the Pittsburgh Boy Choir, and it's based here at Northmont Church. This is a big project to take on in addition to running the whole music program. But it's an important thing that boys have a place to sing in a single gender context. Most mixed gender choruses can be very discouraging for boys, especially whenever they get into the middle school age range. So we're trying to provide a space for boys to have a musical experience and also be a musical presence in our community in that way. The choir here is an excellent choir. It's a bit intimidating. I have at least 4 persons who have previously worked as choral directors, and so it's a challenge to maintain a program that is a rewarding choral experience for those persons as well. We've done some interesting things. In the first year we've done the Rutter Te Deum, we've done the Corelli Christmas Cantata, and right now we're working on the Rheinberger Stabat Mater as well as the Vaughan Williams 5 mystical songs. So it's really rewarding to be in a church that has the choral resources that would support a program that can do some larger works, and also to have a congregation that appreciates those works. One of the other things that we've done this year is started working with Scottish Heritage Day, and that's a day where we bring in, as a Presbyterian church, we recognize our Scottish past and the Scottish traditions. We bring in a pipe band and bring in some instruments, timpani, harpists, and musically celebrate our Scottish tradition in the Scottish in the Presbyterian Church. It's so exciting to have the regional convention located in Pittsburgh. I'm looking forward to seeing a number of the venues and seeing a number of the organs featured for the convention. I'm excited to see what other performers and other organists do whenever they come and experience some of our instruments that we have here. And it's also exciting to have colleagues from around the area. I've worked in different areas of Pennsylvania, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing my colleagues from those different towns as well.